Shabbat Shalom, everybody. I'm Rabbi Susan Abramson, coming to you from the sanctuary of Temple Shalom Emeth in Burlington, Massachusetts. And the song you are hearing right now is a version of Lecha Dodi, welcoming the Shabbat bride, which is being sung by our good friends in the village of Nasenyi, Uganda, where a group of Jews called the Abba Yudaya live, and who we adopted as part of our global Jewish family. This Jewish community, which spans a number of rural eastern Ugandan villages, began just over 100 years ago when a tribal leader named Samai Kakangulu was converted to Christianity by British missionaries. They wanted him to convert others, but after studying the Bible, he decided that he actually believed in the Torah and converted himself, his family, and his tribe to become the Abba Yudaya, which means children of Judah. The community grew but suffered under the anti-Semitic dictator Idi Amin Dada in the 1970s. But in 2002, a group of conservative rabbis visited the villages and officially converted them back to Judaism. And I've been fascinated by how much our Jewish faith and worship we share in common. When I began to correspond with them, they were on the verge of starvation from a recent flood which washed away their crops and destroyed their homes. So we raised money to get them food, blankets, and mattresses, and to help a baby named Moshe, whose mother had unfortunately thrown him into the flood. Our 6th and 7th graders raised over $300, and all the kids in our religious school voted to use this year's tzedakah money to help them buy mosquito nets so no one would die from malaria. We had almost reached our goal when the coronavirus hit, and they once again faced starvation. And once again, friends in and out of our community donated money. I have recently been working with this community to establish their own YouTube channel called Feed With Us Uganda. If they reach more than 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of viewing, they will begin to earn a living from YouTube. This is the way they can raise themselves out of poverty. And as Maimonides said, the highest form of charity is giving another person the means to sustain themselves. So after you finish watching the video this evening, please go to Feed With Us Uganda, subscribe, watch a couple of videos, and spread the word to others. During our service this evening, we will be led in part by the Jews of Nasenyi, along with members of our religious school, who helped raise hundreds and hundreds of dollars from their own personal fundraisers and from their parents and with their parents to help the community. So take it away.
I'd like to open the service with the singing of a song that is known all over the world in Jewish communities, and this Ugandan community sings it as well. And it's a song that really expresses a desire for unity among all Jews and all people. Hine matov, the words meaning, behold how good it is for brothers and sisters to dwell together as one. Hine matovu umanaimu, sheveti achim gam yachadu. Hine matovu umanaimu, sheveti achim gam yachadu. Hine matovu umanaimu, sheveti achim gam yachadu. Hine matovu umanaimu, sheveti achim gam yachadu.
And now we're going to continue with the lighting of the Shabbat candles, led for us this evening by Nasenyi Uganda in Nasenyi, Uganda.
Baruch atah Adonai Elohim melech haolam asher nashon b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu v'hadlik ne'er Shabbat.
Amen. אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם אשר קידשנו במצוותיו וציוונו להדליק נר של שבת. Amen, 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 amen.
We continue our service with the Baruch Hu on page 146. If you happen to have a prayer book with you, please rise if you are able.
Praise Adonai, to whom praise is due forever. Praised by Adonai, to whom praise is due, now and forever.
Baruch hu et Adonai hamavorach. Baruch Adonai hamavorach leolam va'ed.
Please turn to page 148. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bidvaro ma'ariv aravim, b'chachma potei sha'arim, uvivuna meshana itim, umahalif et hazmanim, umsader et hakohavim, v'mishmerotehem ba'akir kirtzono, borei yom v'layla, golel or mipnei hosha, v'hosha mipnei or, uma'avir yom umevi layla, umavdil bein yom uvein layla. Adonai Sebaot Shmo, El Hai v'Kayam, Tamid Yimloch Aleinu Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Hama'ariv Aravim.
Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, ruler of the universe, who speaks the evening into being, skillfully opens the gate, thoughtfully alters the time and changes the seasons, and arranges the stars in their heavenly courses according to plan. You are creator of day and night, rolling light away from darkness and darkness from light, transforming day into night and distinguishing one from another. Adonai Tsevaot is your name. Ever-living God, may you reign continually over us into eternity. Blessed are you, Adonai, who brings on evening. Baruch atah Adonai, Hama'ariv Aravim.
Ahavat olam Beit Yisrael Amcha ahavta Amcha ahavta Torah u'mitzvot Chukim u'mishpatim Otanu lemadita Otanu lemadita Al Kain Adonai Eloheinu b'shachvenu uvkumenu nasiach b'chukecha v'nismach b'divrei Toratecha ובמצוותיך לעולם ועד כי הם חיינו באורך ימינו ובהם נגה יומם ולילה נגה יומם ולילה ואהבתך אל תסיר ממנו לעולמים. ברוך אתה אדוני אוהב עמו ישראל. אוהב עמו ישראל.
Everlasting love you offered your people Israel by teaching us Torah and mitzvot, laws and precepts. Therefore, Adonai our God, when we lie down and when we rise up, we will meditate on your laws and your commandments. We will rejoice your Torah forever. Day and night we will reflect on them, for your life and doing them lengthens our day. Never remove your love from us. Praise to you, Adonai, who loves your people. Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael.
Hear, O Israel, Adonai is our God, Adonai is one. This is God, glorious majesty forever and ever.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shemo Kevod Malchto Leolam Va'ed. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודך, וחיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבבך, ושמרתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, וחיו לטפות בין עיניך, וקשרתם על מזוז ביתך ובשעריך.
למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
You shall love Adonai your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your might. Take to heart these instructions to which I charge you this day. Press them upon your children. Recite them when you stay at home and when you are away, when you lie down and when you get up. Bind them as a sign on your hand and let them serve as a symbol on your forehead.
Inscribe them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates. Thus you shall remember to observe all my commandments and be holy to your God. I am Adonai your God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt to be your God. I am Adonai your God. Adonai Elohechem Emet.
Now we continue with the singing of Mi Chamocha, the song the Israelites sang when they crossed the Red Sea to freedom from Pharaoh's grip, on page 158.
Mi kamocha, barim Adonai, mi kamocha nandam b'kodesh, nora teglot osei felen, mi kamocha, barim Adonai.
Page 160. Grant, O God, that we lie down in peace, and raise us up, our guardian, to life renewed. Spread over us the shelter of your peace. Guide us with your good counsel. For your name's sake be our help. Shield and shelter us beneath the shadow of your wings. Defend us against enemies, illness, war, famine, and sorrow. Distance us from wrongdoing. For you, God, watch over us and deliver us. For you, God, are gracious and merciful. Guard our going and coming to life and to peace evermore. Blessed are you, Adonai, guardian of Israel, whose shelter of peace is spread over us, over all your people Israel, and over Jerusalem. Baruch atah Adonai, hapores sukat shalom. Aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael ve'al Yerushalayim. Now we continue with a very special singing of Vishamru. The people of Israel shall keep Shabbat, observing Shabbat throughout the ages as a covenant for all time, on page 162.
Vishamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat l'dor timbri olam. Beini uvein b'nei Yisrael oti le'olam. Ki sheshet yamim asa Adonai et hashmayim be'et ha'aretz. Uveyom hashvi'i Shabbat vayinafash.
Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat לעשות את השבת נגרת המריתורם ונגד ישראל, אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורת ברית עולם. כי 6 ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לתורת ברית עולם. וביום השישי שבת ונפש, שבת ונפש, שבת ונפש, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לתורת ברית עולם.
We now rise for the tefillah, if you are able, on page 164.
Anananananana Adonai, Anananananana Svatai Tivta, Anananananana Ufi Yagid Tehilatecha, Anananananana Adonai, Anananananana Svatai Tivta, Anananananana Ufi Yagid Tehilatecha, Anananananana Adonai, Anananananana Svatai Tivta, Anananananana Ufi Yagid Tehilatecha, Anananananana Adonai, Anananananana Svatai Tivta, Anananananana Ufi Yagid Tehilatecha, Anananananana Adonai, Anananananana Svatai Tivta, Anananananana Ufi Yagid Tehilatecha. Page 166. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Ve'Elohei Avotenu Ve'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Ve'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Ve'Elohei Leah. Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor V'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomer Chasadim Tovim, V'Kanei Hakol, V'Zocher Chasdei Avot Ve'imahot, U'mevii Geula Livnei V'neihem, L'ma'an Shemo B'Ahava, Melech Ozer, U'Moshia U'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham ve'Ezrat Sarah.
Blessed are you, Adonai our God, God of our fathers and mothers, God of Abraham, God of Isaac, and God of Jacob, God of Sarah, God of Rebekah, and God of Rachel, and God of Leah, the great, mighty, and awesome God, transcendent God, who bestows loving kindness, creates everything out of love, remembers the love of our fathers and mothers, and brings redemption to their children's children for the sake of the divine name. Sovereign deliverer, helper, and shield, blessed are you, Adonai, Sarah's helper, Abraham's shield. Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham ve'Ezrat Sarah.
Page 168. Atah Gibor Leolam Adonai, Mechaye Hakol Atah Rav Lahoshia, Mechakel Hayim Behesed, Mechaye Hakol Barachamim Rabim, Somech Noflim Berofei Holim, Umatir Asurim, Umakayim emunato lishene afar. Micha mocha ba'al gevurot, umi domeh la melech memit, umachaye umatmiya Yeshua. V'ne'eman atah lahachayot hakol. Baruch atah Adonai mechaye hakol.
You are forever mighty, Adonai, you give life to all. You sustain life through love, giving life to all, through great compassion, supporting the fallen, healing the sick, freeing the captive, keeping faith with those of you who sleep in the dust. Who is like you, source of mighty acts? Who resembles you, a sovereign who takes and gives life, causing deliverance to spring up and faithfully giving life to all. Blessed are you, Adonai, who gives life to all. Baruch atah Adonai mechaye hakol.
Page 170. You are holy, your name is holy, and those who are holy praise you every day. Blessed are you, Adonai, the holy God. Baruch atah Adonai ha'el hakadosh. You may be seated. 173. May these hours of rest and renewal open our hearts to joy and our minds to truth. May all who struggle find rest on this day. May all who suffer find solace. May all who hurt find healing on this day. May all who despair find purpose. May all who hunger find fulfillment on this day. And may this day fulfill its promise. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh haShabbat. Now we continue with the singing of Shalom Rav, a song for peace, on page 178.
Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Ki atahu melech adon lechol hashalom. Ki atahu melech adon lechol hashalom. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. V'tov be'enecha levarech et Amcha Yisrael b'chol עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. שלום רב על ישראל עמך תשים לעולם. שלום רב על ישראל עמך תשים לעולם. תשים לעולם, תשים לעולם.
Grant abundant peace to Israel, your people forever, for you are the sovereign God of all peace. May it be pleasing to you to bless your people Israel every season and moment with your peace. Blessed are you, Adonai, who blesses your people Israel with peace. Baruch atah Adonai, Mvarech et amo Yisrael b'shalom.
The Misha Beirach Get Well prayer is on page 371. May the one who blessed our ancestors, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah, bless and heal those who are ill. This evening we think in particular of Gina Rippon. And at this time, if there are names of others you'd like us to keep in our hearts and our minds, please, you may say their names aloud or in your hearts at this moment. We also think of all of those who are suffering from COVID at this moment, both in our town, in our community, in our congregation, in our state, and around the country and around the world. May the Blessed Holy One be filled with compassion for their health to be restored and their strength to be revived. May God swiftly send them a complete renewal of body and spirit. And let us say, Amen.
Sheberach Avotenu Mekor habracha leimotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Mi sheberach imotenu Mekor habracha la'avotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
And at this time, we not only think about those who need our support, but we also think about the many blessings in our lives. And it's important for us to remember that on Shabbat, we're supposed to think about the gifts that God has given us, all the blessings which surround us, which is a little bit hard to do at the beginning of February when it's so rainy and miserable out, and we're still in the middle of the pandemic, which seems to be getting better, but we're still kind of in the middle of it. So one thing I guess I'd like to say that I'm grateful for is that we're starting to see the numbers come down with the pandemic, and there's like a little glimmer of hope that sometime in the not too distant future we'll be able to be back together in person at the temple and have our activities back to something close to normal. So I'm grateful for that. I'm also grateful for our new YouTube channel, Feed With Us Uganda, which we launched this past week. I'm very excited to be working with all our friends in the Nasenyi Jewish community, and it's really lifted my spirits to be able to do a mitzvah for them, and I'm hoping that they will soon be able to garner enough money and resources from their YouTube channel to help them improve their lifestyle and buy all the things that they need in order to have a decent life there. So I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for the fact that it's a little bit warmer today, even though it was rainy. I'm grateful for being in the sanctuary, actually, because since the snowstorm last week, I literally have not left my house for a full week. So I'm grateful to actually be out of the house. So and I offer this moment for all of you to think about what blessings you have in your life and what you are grateful for at this moment.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, שהחיינו וקיימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה. ברוך אתה, אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, שהחיינו וקיימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה.
We pause for a moment of silent prayer. Now we continue with the singing of Osei Shalom, another song for peace, on page 180.
Osei Shalom במרומיו הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו amen.
Well, Shabbat Shalom again, everybody. And I just wanted to say a word or two about this week's Torah portion, which is called Truma. And it begins with the words, V'yidaber Adonai el Moshe lemor, daber el b'nei Yisrael, v'yikhu li truma, me'et kol ish asher yidaber libo, tikhu et trumati. The Lord spoke to Moses, saying, tell the Israelite people to bring me gifts. You shall accept gifts from me, from every person whose heart so moves him. This is probably one of my most favorite verses in the entire Torah, because everything that we do here at the temple, we are able to accomplish because members of our communities' hearts have moved them to become members of our community, to help out in innumerable kinds of ways to keep our community strong and active. And so the fact that in this week's Torah portion, it talks about what the Israelites needed to do to make their sanctuary as beautiful as possible and to have it be representative of all of the highest qualities, based upon the significance of the kinds of materials that were to be used there, the gold and the silver and the beautiful tapestries and the gemstones, all kinds of things, and every different little part of the synagogue is sanctuary is mentioned in this particular Torah portion. So I think about what it means for us to give of ourselves. What does our heart move us to give to, particularly to our Jewish community and symbolically to our sanctuary and our temple? I just received the word that we were just given a very, very large gift to replace the social hall flooring in our temple. Somebody's heart so moved a very generous anonymous donor to do that. We've had another anonymous donor just give us $65,000 to help with our social justice programs and to enhance our membership and to also improve our building. We've had similar donations, nothing near that high at all, but other people just contribute so much of their time and their energy to keep our congregation going. So this is the section that really, really moves me, that people are so moved to help all of us, and that's what keeps us alive throughout the generations since the time of the sanctuary being built in the desert. And along those lines, because this is our joint service with the Nasenyi Jewish community, I thought it would be really awesome to be able to take a look and see what the Nasenyi Jewish community built for themselves, and I'm sure with the donations of others, what their sanctuary looks like, what their synagogue looks like. And so we're now going to go to Nasenyi Uganda, and my friend Jacob Gulaba, who's the host of our new YouTube channel, Feed With Us Uganda, is going to give us a tour of his Ugandan Nasenyi Jewish sanctuary. So take it away, Jacob.
Shalom friends, I'm Jacobo from Uganda, Nasenyi Jewish community. So today we are going to show you how our synagogue looks like outside, our Nasenyi synagogue. Please follow me. So this is our synagogue. It looks like it's cemented Up here we have a security solar power bulb. Then this is our windows. As you can see, due to the fact that we don't have a fence, kids come here and then throw stones. So this is a broken window already. You know, this time we shall have to repair it. We are going to show you how our synagogue looks like. This side is the side of our mothers and sisters, the side of women and girls. These are the chairs, these are our metallic chairs on the side of women and girls. As you can see, we have a few of them, but I know it's time to come. We will have to add them because the population keeps on growing every day. In the front of me here, we have our kiddush table. This is where we put our kiddush and bread after services. Maybe on Shabbat, Kabarat, like that. We have here another shelf where we keep our books. As you can see here. As you can see, this is a weekend prayer book. I don't know if you can see inside. Morning services. We have our commercial. Then down here we have different books for different festivals. This is I Holiday, the I Holiday prayer book for Rosh and Yom Kippur. Then we have also storybooks here for the kids. They always come here and read. Then we have other chairs here for our mothers and sisters. And this is our drum, our big main drum. Alright, it's heavy. Shabbat Shalom, ooh, Shabbat Shalom, ooh, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom. The sound is good. Alright. I'm going to show you the side of women. The side of men. So, boys and men sit on this side. We have another small drum here. It's very good. Just some good sound. And then in front of me, I'm going to show you our amazing beamer. I don't know if you can see the star. Yeah, stars, 3 of them. There are 3. Our beamer is big. You have to be taller, like me. So this is where we read our Torah from. Big. Just a cover, a wet cover. We have this. Use this when we are reading in Torah. Then we have there are some readings here. These are Torah blessings at, I don't know if you can see, blessings at the reading of the law. Baruch atah Adonai Amevarah. The reading of the Torah. Then here we have our Uganda version of Psalms, where we have Chirunji Okwebazanga Adonai, our Uganda Psalms. And then here is where our Torah is kept. There's no problem as long as I have a so our Torah is kept here, inside here. Okay, like that. So that's our Torah. It's inside there. And this is the smaller one. This here you see here was our first Torah in the old synagogue. Our first ever Torah in the Nasenyi synagogue. These are covered. Yes, some names. We have Reuben, we have Daniel, we have Simeon, We have Levi, and then we have here another shelf. Here. Here, the New Union Prayer Book. Then down here we have our tallit. Yeah. Of our tallit. Put on like this. And then start prayers. So we usually have morning prayers every Monday and Thursdays. Then Eve Shabbat every Friday. Then on Saturdays when we have our final services, that's Shabbat. So here, as long as you have done with your Bar Mitzvah and then Bat Mitzvah, you are allowed to lead prayers. So please, friends, kindly subscribe to our channel. We are working with Rabbi Susan, and it's an amazing job to show you how our Jewish culture looks like in Uganda. Please follow, leave a comment. This is how our Nasenyi synagogue looks like. Thanks.
Thank you, Jacob, for that great tour. It was really, really fascinating for all of us to see what your congregation actually looks like there. And I know that we're going to continue to get more people to subscribe to the YouTube channel. And actually, that was a little bit of a teaser because our next episode with our YouTube channel, Feed With Us Uganda, is going to be a more in-depth sanctuary tour like the one that you just showed us, Jacob. So thank you. And again, it makes all of us think on this Shabbat, what does our heart so move us to do for our community here, for the Jewish community there, for the Jewish people in general. Shabbat Shalom. We now continue with the Aleinu prayer on page 586. Please rise if you are able.
Aleinu lishabeach la'adon hakol, latet gedula liyotzer bereshit, shelo asanu kigoyei ha'aratzot, velo samanu kemishpechot ha'adama, shelo sam chelkenu kahem, v'gor aleinu kichol hamonam, va'anachnu korim, ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוסר הארץ, ומשה יקרו בשמיים ממעל, ושכינתו זו בגבהי מרומים. הוא אלוהינו אין עוד, אמת מלכנו אפס זולתו, כך כתוב בתורתו, וידעת היום והשבות אל לבביך, כי אדוני הוא האלוהים בשמיים ממעל, והארץ מתחת, אין עוד. ונאמר, והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד.
The introduction to the Kaddish may be found on page 599. We think of our loved ones whom death has recently taken from us, those who died at the season in years past, and those whom we have drawn into our hearts with our own. We recall those who died during this past month: William Sullivan, beloved husband of Joan Sullivan, our temple member; Stephen Sadowski. And we add to his name the names of those whose yahrzeits or anniversary of whose deaths occur this week: Herman Davis, Michael Foreman, Dan Kessler, Francis Goldberg Marcus, Helen Mover. We also recall all of those who have died during the past week, month, year of the COVID virus. We also think of all of those who have died over the course of the past week from other causes as well. And at this time, if there are names of those you would like us to keep in our hearts and our minds, you may say their names aloud and out loud or in your hearts. Zichronam livracha, may all of their memories be for a blessing. We rise to recite the Kaddish prayer on page 598. Yitgadal v'yitgadash shmei rabbah, v'yalma divrach yiruteh v'yamlich malchuteh, v'chayechon uv'yomechon v'chayeh dechol beit Yisrael, v'agala uv'yizman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shmei rabbah mevarach l'olam olmei almaya, Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh, v'yithadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmei dekudesha barichu, le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechamata, da'amiran bi'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shmaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Ose shalom b'mramav, huya ase shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us, to our country, to all Israel and all the world, as we say together, Amen. You may be seated. And now we're going to continue our service with a very special Kiddush and Motzi coming to you from Nasenyi, Uganda. Take it away, everybody.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher b'nei. Amen.
You give out kiddush to these kids, eh? Yeah. You share, eh? You give your friend. You give your friend.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher b'sham v'nefesh al netlat yadayim.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam v'yitzrach ha'aretz.
Amen.
So I'd like to thank everybody who participated in our service this evening. It's really kind of a miracle that we're able to have a service like this, and it's thanks to our ability to videotape and our ability to just connect with each other in so many new technological ways. This never would have been possible even a few years ago. So congratulations to everybody, and Shabbat Shalom, and wishing everybody peace, health, happiness, and good fortune. And may we all contribute continually with what our heart so moves us to do.
Adodi.